Right now we have Zanni McGarrion and also Ronald Brote. He's the lawyer. Zanni is the one of the mothers. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, Ronald, good morning.
Good morning.
Zanni, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Okay, Ronald, can you explain this story? What's going on with this?
We have two mothers, each of whom were married to brothers. They divorced within the last several years and had primary custody of their children. As is not uncommon, the fathers had the right to spend some summer time with their children. Since the men were brothers and the children were cousins, the men asked if they could spend their time in the summer together so the cousins could play. In brief, the brothers said that they were going to a local mountain resort for the 4th of July. One of the brothers then was going to take his children on a cruise. The children were respectively due back on July 6th and July 10th. They never returned. They never went to the mountain resort. They never went on the cruise that had been paid for, and they've been missing ever since.
And that and there are no clues. There's nothing. No evidence of anything.
There is substantial evidence. The mothers obtained access to the home in which the fathers resided with their own parents, who, by the way, have now abandoned their home and are in Syria. Inside the home, there was substantial evidence that the brothers have been involved in serious criminal activity. They found lots of identifications that had been shredded. It would appear that they're Mexican identifications, which match up with customs and immigration papers, which would indicate that they're running people across the border. We found evidence of a gun cleaning kit, spent shells, and Smith & Wesson instructions. And there's other evidence that they've been involved in repetitive scams against members of the Armenian community, which other information indicates that they've looted them maybe to the tune of $5 million.
Okay. Now, Zanni, you're a mother of one or two of the children?
I am the mom of two of the children, Alex and Zavin.
And when they left on this day, at that point, everything was, I guess, as normal as you would expect? There was no indication that something may be going astray, some foul play?
Honestly, no particular indication, but I just had a little bit of a gut instinct, simply because both brothers have threatened to do this in the past, but we didn't really take them seriously. It's just in passing they would say things like, someday I'll disappear. Greg's mom, Christine, has told me that her ex-husband, John, has said, I'll take my son and go to Syria someday. My ex-husband has just made similar claims. He hasn't mentioned Syria, but he has said, someday I'll decide to disappear where nobody can find me. For that reason, when he started asking me for my children's passports the last week of June, I got a little suspicious, and I confronted him. He simply told me he was going to take them on a cruise and that I was paranoid. However, because I didn't trust him, I never really gave him the passports.
Okay, now, Ronald, haven't you guys gone to the U.S. Immigration or anything?
LAPD is the central agency that's handling it, and through LAPD, every conceivable agent has become involved through the FBI, Customs and Immigration, ICE, Interpol's been notified. You name it, it's been done.
And there's nothing on file that their passports that Zanni had given them. No indication that their passports were ever used to get out of the country.
Yeah, the children's passports were not given. The border patrols have all said that they have not crossed the border using their own names. But since we know they manufacture IDs, we don't know what they had in other people's names.
And this is, what, a little over a month ago this happened, Zanni?
Yes, actually, they took off. We believe the evening of Wednesday, July 2nd, that was the last time I saw my children. I spoke to them. That was the last time anybody heard from them. As of Thursday, July 3rd in the morning, when we started calling and looking for them and trying to talk to them, cell phones were turned off, and we never heard from them. So technically, they've been missing as of Thursday, July 3rd.
If you'll allow me, it's really important to know that we obtained access to the men's cellular telephone voicemail records, and through that, translated from Armenian, we know that the victims of the fraud are also after these brothers, and the threats that they have made against them to torture them and to kill them clearly place the children in harm's way. We fear for the lives of the children. If the victims find them first, we are in mortal fear of what will happen to them.
Now, I have a strange question. I mean, was this story a huge news story? Because really, until reading about this interview with you guys, I don't remember ever seeing this.
I'll let Zanni give her feelings about that.
Well, it needs to be a huge news story. And I'll tell you, locally in Los Angeles, it has been reported. It's been picked up by all the major news stations. We had television interviews with pretty much all the major news stations in LA a few weeks ago. We had a press conference last week on Wednesday, and the only time it was picked up nationally was by Fox for a 4-minute segment on Fox's Greta Van Susteren, and by MSNBC for, I believe, a 3-minute segment. Pretty much that's it.
That amazes me in this day and age. CNN or somebody like that has not picked up a story like this?
We're very disappointed. We're very upset. It's in every major newspaper almost in the country. There's a lot of Internet information on this. We have put up our own websites. There's a lot of blogs up on this. We're really upset that nobody has taken active interest to help us find our children.
Every law enforcement agency involved tells us that in order to recover children in circumstances such as this, we need the public, we need the media, and we need the assistance of those organizations who assist in finding abducted children. The ability to get that word out is so important, and it is devastating to think that these two women and their plight have been ignored. I don't know if they simply lack enough of a celebrity name or the story doesn't appear sensational enough, but it's certainly sensational to them.
I would say it is. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a sensational story no matter who it is. I mean, I guess Sally Fields has to make it Not Without My Daughter type of thing, right? That's it has to be a movie star to make this thing happen.
Yeah, but also, I mean, you may recall, and my heart goes out to every parent of a missing child out there. But just recently, there have been other cases, pretty similar to ours, maybe a little bit different in the way the events occurred, but due to the last name perhaps or other circumstances surrounding the story, those stories have been picked up and have been aired over and over and over again, have gotten hours of airtime. And here we are looking for 3 innocent, missing children that could be in harm's way and could be in danger. It's been 5+ weeks now, almost 6 weeks. It'll be 6 weeks this Thursday. And it's like we have to beg the media to give us enough coverage such that there's the awareness and the public's, awareness out there so they can help us find our kids.
Where is a place, a website that we could go to at least see who these people are? There's photographs?
Yes, you can go to findtheselaChildren.com.
Find the what?
Find, F-I-N-D, the T-H-E, Sela, that's the last name of the children, S as in Sam, I, L as in Larry, A as in Apple, H as in Henry, children.com.
FindTheSelaChildren.com.